Hello, folks. At the time of this recording, it is 3 a.m. I just thought you should know that right out of the bat. I am done with finals, and since this actually is my final quarter of taking classes, at least for undergrad, there is a chance that I might be done with finals for the rest of my life. But I am applying to grad school right now, so probably not. Anyway, so that's why you've probably noticed that this room's lighting is darker than it has been. It doesn't have the lovely rosy hue that it usually does, because since I'm moving out of my dorm room permanently at the end of this quarter, this week, I have given away some of my stuff, including the large lamp that used to be like right here, the corner of the screen. So, sorry, large lamp, you served me well, but you are simply too big to put in my suitcase. But it has found a nice new home, so don't you worry about that. I just spit on the mic. Anyway, we are here. I've got a lot of videos for you this morning. We're here to watch episode 5 of Micron Legend, but also there is a certain trailer that I'm going to react to afterward. I'm sure you can guess which one. So really exciting stuff for you. And I hope you enjoy it. So let's go ahead and start Micron Legend. I am back on Daily Motion for this video, which is fine. Hopefully it will behave. But even if it doesn't, we'll try and soldier through it, and I won't, like, stop and play ad search like I did last time. Okay, heroic Cybertrons, evil Destrons. Since ancient times! You'd think they'd learn how to, like, stop doing that, or at least wipe each other out or something, but no, they just keep going forever and ever and ever and ever. There's still, like, weird pauses in the opening narration. At least they're not as pronounced. And they included footage from, 2 episodes ago. That's nice. Or was it 3? No, it was 3 episodes ago. In my anime club, I'm always the girl who, like, sings along to the opening. Of course, when it was the opening to Humanity Has Declined, everybody was doing, like, this stupid little dance from that show. I don't know if you've ever seen the anime Humanity Has Declined. Statistically, you probably haven't. It's weird. It's like the apocalypse where, like, fairies exist. And they're, like, this tall and they're, like, constantly smiling. This tall. Why am I talking about Humanity Has Declined? It's hard coming up with something new to say for the opening every one of these videos, because it's like long and it's the same every time, and I don't know, and it's 3 a.m. and my comedy brain is dried up, and the lasers, Cherry Coke, available at my study break. I always think that I like Cherry Coke, and then I get a can of it, I'm like, nope. I misled myself on my own taste again. Transformer. Look at all those green flashy lights. What even are those? It's like collections of shapes and little spermies. I promise this video won't just be me absentmindedly singing along to music. Ow, 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 it's hot, ow! Oh, you stepped on red. Hot Rod, don't you have any work to be doing? What was the way you said that line? I will find you. Wait, so Jolt has the same name in Japanese as in English? Lucky bastard. That puts Jolt on the same caliber as Megatron and Starscream. And Carlos. Okay, whatever. Cool, I don't have to learn a new name. Why is that in all caps? He didn't say it particularly loud. He just raised his voice slightly. You bet! Hot Rod, are you chillin'? You know what I said about chillin' like villains? We are the heroic Cybertrons, and we will be serious 100% of the time. Every day! Where are you going? This music implies we're supposed to be feeling some kind of emotion, but, what an asshole! His mind, however, there's no focus at all. It's just It's just the Meow Mix jingle, just constantly. Also, for some reason, the text of Emma by Jane Austen. He seems to have it memorized. Also, we don't really have much of a reason to be here. Yes, since the dawn of time, always. He repaired this whole base by himself while we sat still and threw peanuts at him. Ratchetto. For instance, he and Clake helped save the galaxy from a company that were taking apart planets and compiling them into one giant planet. You guys weren't expect- Oh my god, the light art is hideous! Look at those pixels! You know, it'd kind of be interesting to make a documentary production of the show. Like, how did the rushed schedule affect how it was made? Because, like, clearly they're computer-generated effects, but they're not, like, good computer-generated effects. Like, I keep comparing it to Photoshop. It's like very, like, poor Photoshop-y. I got a comment last week from someone saying, boy, wouldn't it be nice if they, like, re-release Armada, but with, like, the improved animation from Micron Legend? Like, I think they would just have to straight up redraw Micron Legend, because even the Micron Legend animation isn't always good. Or even okay. Oh, they're so cute, these kids. You're not gonna buckle up, Carlos? It's the law! Fuck you. You're not gonna take care of your own safety? Fuck you. Cherry Coke. Why does it stretch their outlines painfully? It's a lot simpler in Prime. They could just walk through the glowing green tunnel like they're a Disney ride or something. Would I be funnier if I weren't as tired, or like more coherent, or... Because you lost out on the last one, for reasons that still confuse me. He's already gone! He gave someone! Oh, hi. I'll show you Marley and me. That'll kick the giggles out of you. Ah yes, the acoustic guitar mix for the Antarctic. Also, these kids are way underdressed to be in this terrain. What? It's the rare species of generic penguins. They're endangered. But their faces aren't even covered. They don't have gloves. It must be like the dead heat of summer. So like December or something. Southern Hemisphere. I do like that bit. That's a nice little touch that the iceberg only tilts in their direction. Megatron lands. And then it's like Sandstorm hollers, "Fat!" My brother yells that at me all the time. Also my dad. He yells it at my dad. Also he yells it at my dog. Also his friends, from what they've told me. My brother likes to call people fat, is what I'm saying. And dogs. I changed my mind. It is, we are not nearly warm enough to survive in the Antarctic. I am freezing every part of my anatomy off. Wow, you think we should buy this toy? I love how the base has his legs coming out the back of it. Yeah, my crotch is an irremovable part of this base. Don't tell your parents. Look, it comes with a little helipad. You should totally buy this. Like, it transforms into a base that's only usable by the humans and minicons. It's like such a thing that only exists for the sake of selling a toy. And Transformers itself is something that only exists for the sake of selling a toy, but that's not the point. Trouble? What's wrong?
子供たちを置いてはいけない。
しかしこんなところで時間を取られては。
心配するな。そうはかからん。
Let me just, like, scatter these Scrabble pieces. No, really, what could he realistically be doing? And he, like, freezes solid and just falls over, like, completely stiff. I guess I'm coming too. I notice, I'm getting back into pronouns, but instead of watashi, which is the gender-neutral form of saying I, Alexa says atashi, which is the feminine form. If you're a girl, you don't have to say atashi or anything, but it's considered like a very girly way to say I. It's an interesting thing. That's something about Japanese that's always fascinating me, that like you could tell people about your gender just by the way you say I, whereas I is like universal in English. Like gender, age, race, rank, it doesn't matter. Everyone is I. It's like language shapes the way you think in ways that you don't even think about. He can't drive in the snow. Hot rod. I mean, what the fuck? Are you using, like, Goodyear tires in Antarctica? Wouldn't he be, like, skidding and sliding? Because the wheels obviously don't turn. Whatever. He's one of 3 people that we brought on this mission. I've already lost 2 tires, though. Hey! What's all that, like, black cloud coming out the back of you? God damn it. We don't need you to melt the icebergs faster. And what was that? What was that? We're running out of that! You're just slicing it in half, you asshole! When Florida is underwater, I'm fucking blaming you. That Starscream guy! Why are you talking like you just met him? That Starscream guy! You said he was cool! You said he could hang! I'm gonna drive right to that cliff! Yeah! They're from Nevada. I don't like the paddle. Or the ring. We're lucky we grew up in an era where parents aren't allowed to hit their children anymore. My dad used to tell me that my grandpa would like sit in the front seat, and if like the kids in the back were making noise, because my dad had a lot of siblings, he'd just like reach back and smack someone with his ring hand, and like it didn't matter who it was, because he didn't even look by it. It was just... Stop it! Watashi no Micron. My very own. He's so cute. It's like, I will love him and squeeze him and name him George, which is a name that Japanese people can totally pronounce. There's only like 4 of them. You think the kids would have like learned their names. It's not yours until you pick it up, bitch. Count your eggs before they hatch and such. Or you can count your eggs, I guess. It's don't count your chicks before they hatch. See, this is why you wear your seatbelt. In fact, I think he's still not wearing a seatbelt. I think he's just sitting on top of it. Yeah, he totally doesn't have it on. Carlos! I mean, what'll it take? And Gwen Stacy, his neck cracks. Nice. He can almost fly. He can fall with style. He can ride in the bayou with Johnny Quest. Starscream's like, I already called dibs! You can't have it! I don't know what accent that was trying to be. It got really bright just now. Why are you like actively sabotaging Starscream? Like, don't let them get it. When you said Starscream was strong enough to get one on his own, I think the expectation was that you would let him and not be like, okay, guys, you have to get it before him and he'll flip. It'll be so funny. I'm just gonna sit here and not do anything. Leader of the Autobots, yay! Cybertrons, sorry. Because a soldier would obviously be uncomfortable with getting hurt. Nah, my hair is miscolored. I'm a hideous ginger. But when I say hideous ginger, I don't mean that all gingers are hideous, because that is obviously not the case. I'm just saying that with blonde hair, Carlos looks like a hideous ginger. A ginger that is hideous. I'm gonna stop talking now. Well, that was easy. Oh. That was unrelated. National Geographic guys were here and they thought it'd be funny to set up some mines so that when the penguins step on them, there'll be like penguin down just everywhere. And then they'd film it. My tires now work. Sandstorm pursues and Megatron and Ironhide are like, what's that plastic thing at the end of a shoelace called? Starts with the U? No, that's not it. Oh, look, they're getting away. Oh, look at them go. I would love it if Demolisher just slipped. Sorry, Ironhide just slipped and like wiped out. Boy, they're really loving the old guy. Out you go! We're getting out of here, Carlos. Push. Hello, Joel. Oh, gosh. Oh, he lived. That was totally what that look was. Do you have to do evolution every time you get the weapon? I thought once you evolved the weapon, you had it. That's taking cover. People in the duck and cover nuclear safety videos were better at taking cover than that. Of course, you're probably in better shape than those people would be in real life. A newspaper will not save you from a nuclear blast. You're talking about the Micron panel, right? Not anything else? I should probably stay near you and protect you, seeing as you're small, fragile humans in the middle of Antarctica, but nah. I'm coming with you also, which is why I took off ahead of you. Okay. Yahoo! Yay, I get to kill a man! What happened? Did he just fall? Is that what happened? Oh no, it was Ratchet! That would be hilarious. Of course, it'd be even more hilarious if the animation actually conveyed him slipping over and falling on his head. Megatron is just not awake today. That's the second time an Autobot has gotten away under his watch and he just stood there. His hugs are surprisingly tender. No, 1,000,000! No, 1,000! Take that! Ooh, hostage situation. Ching, ching, ching. What was that? Rainbow Frisbee? Why do you have that? What even is that? Isn't that the thing Kirby rides around on in Kirby's Air Ride? Or maybe I'm super extra confused tonight. Has anyone ever reacted that way to someone else that they're pleased with? Just Well, now we're here, I guess. Where is Starscream? He's off like sitting in a corner, like rocking himself. Like drawing little circles in the snow with his finger. Why doesn't Megatron like me? It's kind of confusing where I am in relation to you guys. He slid over. That saved us a couple bucks. Has anyone noticed that Megatron is an enormous pansy? Every time things happen that he even slightly doesn't like, he's like, oh, we gotta go buy. That mini-con will be ours this time. Nope. Carlos, how did you end up there? Determination! And he slips right out of his hands. Sorry, I can't really clutch in this cold. Turns out the suits don't cover my hands. I wish I'd use my eyes or any of my other basic senses to know that. Gee, I wonder if that's gonna move. Oh, it didn't. How confusing. Oh, there it goes. He already stepped off of that. That's cheating, animators. Ow, it burns! Oh god! It's like a lightsaber! Ah! Burns! Do you smell that? Oh, that's my skin. I'm going to lick it all over. But I was gonna lick it all over! That's weird, Starscream. Yeah, hitting that bit of the ice caused the debris to fall, which knocked him down. Good job, Starscream. It's good. I think the war's gone on so long because neither side is very good at what they do. Alright, so let's wake it up. It's Clefairy! Oh. It's just flickering. Maybe this one needs to be turned off and then turned back on? Aw, look at his little mini-con. So cute. How's your body doing? Though I don't seem to have a butt. Did you amputate it without telling me, you sly dog? He lied. Yatta! Never do that again. What's wrong with your arms, Carlos? It's like you dislocated both your shoulders. Here, have some gum. Where did that come from? I figured it out. He's focused because that's his coping mechanism. Keeping his mind on his work keeps his thoughts from drifting to the memories of all those screams echoing his head of the ones he couldn't save. You guys want to play Super Smash Bros? Like the boys are looking at her like, oh. Okay, so this episode was, I think, more competent than the last two have been. The plot was simpler. It's still a little confusing why Megatron doesn't want Starscream to have shit. Like, he's on your side. Wouldn't you want him to be equipped? I don't know, maybe they'll explain that later in the show, but I've noticed so far there seems to be a tendency for them to introduce plot points and then drop them. Like usually a show like this, when the mini-con doesn't wake up right away, they'll have like a character say like, why hasn't it woken up? Like, but they didn't say that. It just flickered and then didn't wake up. And then there was like the close-up of the panel, and then it cut to the next scene which had nothing to do with that. So it's like, you have to like really be like thinking to like string together what's supposed to be a plot point. And for a show like this with so much incompetence, or like, not incompetence, but like just rushed quality in terms of like the art and dialogue and stuff, it's like you can't have stuff that you have to be watching to pick up on, because then like the question becomes, well, is that a purposeful bit of foreshadowing, or is it just incompetence? And like, if you're not sure, that inhibits your the enjoyment of the show. But these are the early episodes, and Armada, and presumably Micron Legend 2, is famous for starting off kind of shitty and then getting better as it goes on. So I'm anxious to get to the good part, but that won't be for a long while. But this episodic structure, with them just looking for a new minicon every week in a different location, will not last. Probably most of you know that already, because I'm assuming you've seen the show. Regardless, that was episode 5. I really enjoyed it. Surprisingly, Dailymotion did behave itself. I'm super pleased about that. So, yeah, that's the episode. So, this will be the last video probably recorded in this location. So, I'm a little sentimental, I don't know about you guys, but it definitely won't be the last video for this channel, not by a long shot. In fact, it probably won't be the last one. It definitely won't be the last one this week. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the episode and the video as much as I did, and I'll see you around soon. Hey folks, you just got done watching my reaction for episode 5 of Micron Legend, and you know what time it is now. It is time to watch that trailer I promised. That's right, the one for Sing. No, it's for the 5th Transformers movie, The Last Night, of course. That was a weird sound my neck just made. I have already heard some things about this movie. Most of them pretty stupid, honestly. But I have not seen this trailer, and I have no idea what's gonna be in it. Though I assume there will be giant robots. So, let's go ahead and watch that trailer. Yay. Probably tons of people have already released reactions for this already, but it's fine. Let's go. Uh-huh. Yup. Chiaroscuro. Drippy sword. Trees.
It has been said.
Uh-huh. Guys on horses.
Through the ages.
A Durgan.
Without sacrifice.
Ah! Sorry, I got
there can be no
Nazis? That's the Witwicky family motto, which is weird because Sam wasn't even in the last movie.
2 species at war.
The elves and the, children.
1 flesh. 1 metal.
Uh-huh. What is with this music? It sounds like these people are like singing through plastic cups.
Optimus Prime has left us.
He said he'd come back, but he totally didn't. Hey, you guys want to come pick me up?
100 billion trillion planets in the cosmos.
And I'm going to grope this metal.
You want to know, don't you?
Why this one?
Why they keep coming here?
Yeah, actually, that's a valid question. The Space Colony Ark. They get Linkin Park to do the song again. That's a thing. What is that thing? At 209?
And I want to fight them.
You're like 12?
Now, 2 worlds colliding.
Again.
The operation is over.
We're not giving up.
Yay, it's Captain Lennox. I heard he was going to be in this movie. We have swords! Robots and swords go together like this. Just robots and swords.
Forgive me.
Optimus? Optimus, no! Oh my god! What the fuck? What's wrong? Is this because I yelled at you for not coming back? I'm sorry. You see, his optics were purple. Is he like... It's like Dark Energon or something? Why did he take a sword above his head? Oh my god, I'm way more into this than I thought I'd be. No, go away. I don't want to watch the teaser for Fast and Furious 8. Well, maybe I do. But not right now. Okay. So the trailer seemed like typical kind of Michael Bay being heavy without really saying anything. Like, oh, the worlds collide, and the heavy, like, kind of British voice. And, like, those weird shots from, like, scenes from like world history and all over the world. I don't know why these movies keep trying to tie like the Transformers to like events in world history. Like, I actually did kind of like the thing in the 3rd movie where like like they show like how the space race was basically launched by the Autobot ship crash landing on the moon, and they go to like JFK approving like the first moon landing and like all this stuff. But like every movie does that. Like the second movie showed like cavemen meeting the fallen, and then like the fourth movie had like dinosaurs and the Quintessons, and like it's like, can you just, we get it. They keep coming to Earth, and like I guess they're going to explain why, but like even that, I feel like that ship has kind of sailed. But oh my gosh, Optimus like with the purple Dark Energon eyes, and like if they bring Dark Energon into the lore of the movies, that would be so cool. And I love what like when the movies go and like reference cartoons that like came out like after the film started, like after 2007 when the first one came out, because like they were referencing anime in the next one, and now they're gonna do Prime, and it's so cool. Okay, so yeah, that's the only part of the trailer I actually found interesting was Optimus going crazy, psychotic, and ripping faces again, but this time like actually the good guys, and he doesn't seem to want to, and pathos. Okay, so that was the first trailer for the last night. I feel like it didn't really say what the plot is so much. It just showed some stuff that's gonna happen, but maybe with Michael Bay, that's all that matters. Probably. So, but yeah, it's exciting seeing Captain Lennox again. It's weird that Wiki family motto is referenced, even though I didn't see a single Wiki in that trailer. But, you know, whatever. Anything could happen at this point. There are a lot of new characters I've heard about that weren't in the trailer. Like Squeaks. Or Hot Rod. Maybe Hot Rod was in it and I just didn't notice. But whatever. Last night, whether it sucks or not, I am going to watch it. I shouldn't kid myself. But it looks like it might be fun. Hopefully, maybe. I did like the fourth movie, even though a lot of critics didn't. And I did say in my review a couple years ago for that film that I hope the films continue to improve, because I didn't like 2 or 3, but I did like 4. So hopefully 5 will continue that upward slope. Or maybe it won't. But whatever happens, I will definitely review the movie, just like review the fourth one. And I'm looking forward to that. So there'll be another video later this week. Until then, Dragon Keeper 9600 signing off.